Yet again, it is giveaway time over at futtrading.co.uk. If you subscribe within the next week, one of you guys will win the rest of FIFA 22 absolutely free. So whatever tier you subscribe with, whether it be 1, 2 or 3, one of you guys will win the rest of this game for free, worth up to over £100 in terms of subscription to the site. Don't forget, Tier 1 gets you access to buying and selling prices for icons, specials, fodders, and you get the handwritten guides from me every single week of the weekly trading guide and the club stock guide. Tier 2 gets you all of that, but it also gets you our live sniping filters and our fluctuations area that targets the whole market 24 hours a day, showing you what's up and what's down. And Tier 3 gets you all of that and our Discord bot that direct pings you the best deals on the market, so you can go over there, check the price, learn how to trade and make lots of coins. That's a giveaway for you guys. Let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below and make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. Don't forget, check out Futtrading. The Team of the Year giveaway is live. If you subscribe within the next week between now and Friday, one of you guys will win the rest of your subscription for the year absolutely free. Whatever tier it is you buy, you will win that subscription free for a year. We may even do 2 people if we're feeling very, very generous, but we will let you know about that. However, we are on my brother's account today. You guys that watch my streams, my videos know my brothers mean a lot to me, and both of them work extremely hard. Obviously, Yellen works for me doing the stuff on the YouTube. We have businesses together. Sean the same, but also doing his football and stuff like that. So sometimes I'll get on their account and trade. And I also grind packs, funnily enough, because if you have a look at this, we ground up the League 1 upgrades from yesterday and he got himself a Kimi, which is a dub. But when I trade on their accounts, I haven't got time to sit there for absolutely ages and hammer out the sort of special card trading and relist stuff. I haven't got time for that with the content I've got to bring out. So I always rely upon investment trading with them. And his coins are at 634,000 coins. Annoyingly for me, he went and cleared his transfer pile off yesterday, but it's not the end of the world. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing in terms of trading, so you can go and do the same thing. And at some point in the next week, we'll come back to that. Hopefully in the next week, we'll come back to that to see the effects it has and how many coins are made. So the big investment that I made in his account last week, there were 2. The first was in basically discard informs. They all boomed and did really well. But the major one that I made on his account, because it was very, very easy to do, was in these 3 SBCs, the League SBCs, League 1, MLS and the Eredivisie. And I'm going to do the exact same thing today for the Premier League, the Bundesliga and the Saudi League. Now, right now, the Premier League is way too high for me to even remotely consider buying into it. It's 2,000 coins a card. No point. There genuinely is no point here, because you're risking the fact that SBC returns with the exact same requirements as before in order to make profit from it. And it probably will. But when we get silver supply, my guess is they'll hit 1.4, 1.5k. But the Bundesliga, on the other hand, I did look this morning and it's very, very low. It's a lot lower than I even thought it would be. I thought we'd be sitting at like 600 coins. But as you can see, it's down at 400 already. Now, 400's a fine buy-in price. I wouldn't have an issue with that as a buy-in price. Most likely, I'm going to buy in about 350, 400. The bronzes, like, they're almost discard. Now, the bronzes weren't much different in price to the originals, to the original price of the silvers. And you can see, like 200, 250, there's nothing. That's absolutely nothing for these cards. And the reason why I say that is if you have a look at the League 1, right? Now, there are different prices for different SBCs, different cards. Of course, they fluctuate heavily compared to it. But look at the League 1. Cheapest card at the moment, 850. I've just bought that. Let's see what we actually flipped them on for. I mean, we'll take the profit. We don't mind that one bit. The League 1 is through the roof. It's gone absolutely through the roof. Because people want packs of Team of the Year. And you can see the cheapest cheapest silver, is 1,200. And the cheapest bronze is not far off that as well. Now, will the Bundesliga do the exact same thing? I'd like to think so. Because it's what the Liga did. They brought it back with the same requirements. The Bundesliga requirements weren't really any different. There was not much huge difference in the 2 of them. So, for me, yeah, it will rise. The Bundesliga silvers were slightly cheaper than the Liga in the first place. There was a difference in one of the SBCs. I think the Liga had a max silver SBC for the second SBC, but the Bundesliga didn't. So the Bundesliga silvers held a bit lower than the Liga. But again, when you're buying at something like 400 coins, let's say, is there 350? Yeah, there is. 250 even. When you're buying at that price, your risk is so minimal. I mean, we are talking tiny risk. Even at 400 for silver rares, they sell for 350 as a basic level. So ideally, you get them even cheaper than this. That would be what I want to do. But if you get them a little bit more, I'd be fine with that. I wouldn't have a problem. Now, what you don't want to do is buy loads of the same card because you've got to leave them in your transfer pile and they get in the way. It's a bit annoying. But if you can, try and remember the one you've bought of each. Even if you have to write it down, take a picture, do that basically. That would be my advice to you, is to do that very, very stringently. Just because it helps you not use up too much space in your transfer pile. Like I say, this is genuinely so cheap. It's such easy coins to make. So what I do now is I go silver common. See if I get 350 again, no 400. I'm pretty happy at 400 for loads of these cards, to be fair with you. And so I will stock up on these. I'm going to try and buy some lower than that as well. But my hope is they get back up to 700-800 coins. And now people might go, well, that's only like a few hundred coins per card. But if you go and buy 100 across the league, 100 across the league, if you get 300 coins per card and you get 100 of them, that turns to 3,000, that turns to 30,000. If you do that across 3 leagues, turns into 90,000. If you do that across other methods as well you can be doing, that turns into 120,000. And all I've really done is leave the cards sitting chilling on his transfer pile. It's really not difficult at all. So I'm going to do that across the 3 leagues that are gone. But the other thing I'm also going to do is the gold team of the week investment that I tell you guys about all the time. They're low. As we saw last week, the team of the week's got to 20k plus. Right now they're low, and that's because there's not a huge demand for them. There's not a massive demand for them. So they're sitting at like 12k. I want them lower than that ideally. So 6 PM content tonight will see me probably buying a bit at a bit of a lower rate. But again, I'm doing that because I know it's worked. It worked last week. It's worked all the time. And where is my risk here? Very, very minimal. So I'm going to go away basically and get as much of this invested into. Now, my aim is to spend something in the region of about 200k, 250k across these methods. So you'll see the result of that once it happens. So you'll see, this is me doing it today. I want to bring the video out for you guys so you can go and do it. But you'll see the result of that when we come to sell, because you'll know what I've bought them for. I'll be able to show you guys. Another thing that I really like, and that is the consumable trading right now. Consumables are low. We've not seen them this low all year pretty much since they first came out. So anchors, for example, they are down at 600 coins a piece. I mean, these are cards that sold for well in excess of 1,500 and not very long ago. So for me, I don't mind buying them. And the reason why consumable trading is fantastic, it really is because you can buy tons of these and leave them in your transfer pile. Or in transfer pile, leave them in your club even. You can just leave them in your club and wait for them to rise, snipe them up, pick them up, and not have to worry about them. The ones you care about, the position changes are expensive, so CDM to CMs, cam to CM, striker centre forwards, anchors, hunters, shadows. They're the ones that realistically you care about the most. But you really can't go wrong, because they will be needed again eventually. They're going to be needed very, very soon. And like I say, all it takes realistically here is an SBC. Let's say an SBC that you get a card, it might have, I don't know, 92 pace. Really good physicals, but not really, sorry. Poor defense, poor physicals. You might want to stick something onto him. It only takes that for like an anchor to bang. A shadow, you might get a really good box-to-box midfielder as an SBC, like Alwal, Paqueta, for example, because Shadow did jump when they came out. You put a shadow onto them just to give them that boost for defending, so that box-to-box midfielder becomes a very well-rounded midfielder, a very, very strong midfielder. And these cards, like I say, you haven't even got to snipe them up. They just sit there and chill. They're really easy to pick up. I don't know what shadows are at the moment. We'll have a little look. But all of this can be found. The prices for all of this can be found in the weekly trading guide on the site. Absolutely every single price that you see, every single card you see, the price for them can be found on the weekly trading guide, because we always try and give everyone quite a specific price for them. Shadows, 3k, not bad. I probably want them a little bit lower than that tonight before I buy into them. Probably want about 2.5. But if you want the prices for all of this, it's on the website for you guys, and you'll enter the giveaway. But that'll be the end of the video. If you are new around here, as always, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.